All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We are live here in Mesa. A massive fire about an hour and 15 minutes or so ago had broken out, and we're trying to get details, but as you can see, it's at this point spreading very rapidly. A lot of brush in the area. I'm pretty sure we're close, if I'm not mistaken, to the dump here in Mesa. We're right off the 202. Once again, we are at a massive fire, and as you can see, we've seen several wind fire tornadoes, the little dust devils that are being whipped up by the fire itself. Last heard on the scanner on the way here that the ladder truck that's off to our left here, which we'll pan over and show you, is not having much of an effect on the fire itself. As you can see, this business right here is in major jeopardy. As you can see, right behind those cement trucks is a massive amount of lawn debris, trees, and brush. And they are working extremely hard to get a handle on it. We're right off of Ellsworth in Mesa. If you know anybody in this area, try and avoid it. We have a lot of people off to the side doing video and everything. We're going to try and go live as well on our Citizen. We are currently live on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. Valley-wide news, breaking news and events across the valley here in Arizona. On the scene of a massive fire that has a lot of brush fueling it. A lot of more units are being called out. We appreciate you joining us. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate all the support. Independent media here. If you know anybody in this area, please share this out. Once again, just off of Ellsworth, live here in Mesa, Arizona, where a massive fire has been going on for the better part of an hour and approximately 20 minutes. And from what it looks like to me, as you can see all those massive flames, that there's 0% handle on this. More trucks are being called in. We saw at least 2 more as we pulled up. We're hoping we're nowhere in the way. Obviously, we're going to monitor it, and if we see the flames starting to shoot closer, we will pick up and move live. Once again, a massive fire here in Mesa. Stay with us, everybody. We're going to mute for just a moment while we situate ourselves. Like, share, and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Twitter, and also on Facebook. Share this out. Subscribe on YouTube. We appreciate it. We need more subscribers. If you're into independent media here in Arizona, we appreciate everything you can do. So just to let everybody know, there is a very good chance that they will have us move because of how the flames are moving. They're getting closer to the street here off of Ellsworth. And obviously the only thing blocking it from that area that you see off in the distance is that wall, which is nothing if the flames do jump. So we are prepared at any point in 2 things. If the wind shifts and heads in our direction, we will move, as well as if they ask us to move. Because of how the flames are moving, we will also move. If we see it moving in our direction, obviously that's going to be the first and foremost thing to keep us safe here. We are Valley-wide news, breaking news and events across the valley. We're here in Mesa, just off of Ellsworth, where a massive, what appears to be a brush fire, threatening not only the business here, the cement company, and we're going to try and figure out what that cement company is, but they are... it's extremely close, just to the other side of that wall. We have more fire units moving in. Do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And we're live. All right, everybody, we're going to zoom in right here. As you can see, just behind these cement trucks, this business is in extreme danger, if you ask me right now, of catching fire, because directly behind all these cement trucks and vehicles is a massive amount of brush that is threatening this business. We're going to stay zoomed in right here for the moment. We're not sure. We understand that we're trying to figure out what is in some of these containers. That large container that's right here, hopefully it's just cement mixing equipment, but just so you know, that is directly behind this business, this massive wall of flames. And it's getting worse as we can see it. Let's pan over here. As you can see, it's almost to this wall, and that is about 8 to 10 feet, if you ask me, approximately 8 to 10 feet of just plain brush that is fueling this fire here. And it's a massive amount of brush. Looks like the area where they dump, lawn trimmings, trees that have been trimmed from people's homes. Right off of Ellsworth once again. And as we say, the concerning part is, as we stand here, is our safety. So we'll keep an eye on it. If it, for whatever reason, hopefully it doesn't jump that wall, there's not much to fuel it except for the trucks and vehicles that are on the other side of it. So we're monitoring that. And obviously, if the police tell us to move, we're going to do so as quickly as possible to avoid any possible issues. Valley-wide news, breaking news and events across the valley, live, local, and independent media. If you like what you're seeing, share and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We appreciate it. That means it's got to go through. No, it's got to go. Oh no, it's 50 feet long, but it's got to go through all that depth of debris before it does it. That's why it's going to definitely jump. These trucks are massive. But business, and then we'll have massive explosions. Run across the street. All right, everybody, once again, thank you so much for joining us. We are Valley-wide News, breaking news and events. We're live here in Mesa, just off of Ellsworth, at a massive brush fire. that is threatening businesses, a cement business here. As we were pulling up to the site, somebody did mention that we're with that just beyond that big wall of fire is also more trucks. I'm not sure if it's associated with the same cement business. However, it's a large amount of trucks as well. These are being threatened right here. We'll zoom in. The wind is not helping and is definitely fueling the fire. This has been going on for a little over an hour and a half at this point. Hang on, everybody. We appreciate you joining us. We're live here on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter. Breaking news and events. We're trying to get our Citizen app to work as well so we can go live there. Stand by. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We're live here. Again, we're live on our Citizen app under Valleywide News. We are off of Ellsworth here in Mesa, Arizona, where a large brush fire about an hour and 30 minutes or so ago. We're just off the 202. The smoke has actually started blowing in the direction at this point of the 202, so we're not sure if at some point they're going to shut down the highway on the 202. We'll pan over here right now. We're live on Citizen. We're also Valleywide News, breaking news and events on Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. You can also subscribe to us here on our Citizen app. Let me zoom in. As you can see, right there is the 202 going east and west, and smoke is currently blowing in that direction. So at some point, I'm sure, and that just changed the direction, the wind just changed. So if the smoke does start to build up in that area, they are going to likely close the highway. We are planning to move if we have to, if police ask us to. As we can say, let me zoom in right here. We're live breaking news and events on Valleywide News. If they ask us to move because of the fact that it's getting so close to the wall, and at any point, obviously, dangerously could jump that wall and start affecting the pile and the vehicles, cement trucks in front of it. If they ask us to move, we will probably go black for a few minutes and then move. Just to give everybody an idea, it's pretty windy in this area. It's a lot of wide open space, so just, I'm sure you can microphone feedback, but we are right off of Ellsworth. Bear with me while we get an exact location. Ellsworth and, bear with me a second here. We're right off of, actually, I apologize, Sossman and Elliott. Sossman and Elliott. Pretty close to the city dump out here, and what looks to be possibly where they dump a lot of the lawn debris. Lawn companies come to dump their lawns debris and trees and cut trees and everything, because that is what's currently fueling the fire you're seeing off in the distance. Sossman and Elliott, it looks like they are closing Sossman and Elliott because while there was a massive amount of vehicles passing through, it looks like they've finally shut down Sossman and Elliott, and it's a possibility that they could be asking us shortly to move because the flames are dangerously close to jumping that wall and moving closer. So we'll keep you updated. We're live here, breaking news and events across the valley. Valley-wide news. We're live currently on Citizen, YouTube, Twitter, and on Facebook. We appreciate it. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate all the help and support. Thank you so much. We're independent media. I just don't want to be in their way, and it's blowing. It just started blowing. Yeah, it's right off the sauce. All right, everybody, just so you know, as of right now, Sauceman has been shut down in both directions. There were a lot of people, onlookers. We see a lot of people trying to get from the storage facility that's right here. They're trying to get their, they're trying to get their RVs and everything out. We're right by a storage facility which houses a lot of RVs and storage units, and we're starting to see people get here as quickly as possible, just in case these flames do jump the road. So we'll keep you updated. Valley-wide news, breaking news and events across the valley. We're live here on Citizen, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. All right, everybody, so we are monitoring everything. And unfortunately, what we're saying is we're going to zoom in right now. We're live on Citizen, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here across the valley. The smoke is dissipating just a little bit, but as you can see, we're going to zoom in right here. The vehicles for the cement company dangerously close, just on the other side of the wall. This, you can see, is all it is a wall separating all this debris that's on fire, at least 50 to 100 yards in length, as well as 8 to 10 feet, if not more, in depth of all just brush, which is actually fueling the fire along with the winds we have going today in this area. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody. Live, local, and independent media. Valley-wide news, breaking news, and events. We'd like to thank they don't get enough credit, all our first responders, our Mesa Fire Department team that's out here. There's a number of cruise ladder trucks, and we got some more setting up right here, working quickly to get the water ready to attack this fire. Once again, live here off of Sossman and Elliott. Live breaking news and events across the valley, Valley-wide news. We're live currently on Citizen, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everything. I'm going to keep it recording just in case there's any kind of explosion. I don't know what's back there. No, recording on camera. Just. Yeah, honestly, just out of safety. Just if we're in the way, we'll move. Okay, thank you. I just don't want to. Last thing I want to do, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. You see this white smoke, which is good, but they're just trying to get around it or just stop it. Yeah. All right, everybody, we're seeing some white smoke, but that's just so everybody knows on the outer perimeter, which is what they're trying to soak down as much as possible, the outer perimeter of the actual fire itself. And once again, it goes at least 100 yards or so in length, as well as 10 to 12 feet of height. So that wall that you're seeing off here in the distance, let me zoom in, is 6 to 8 feet, and that is all the debris behind it that is going to the ground, and as obviously all the fueling the fire right now. So they are trying to get a handle on it in the surrounding area. We have, let me just pan over, hang on one second, everyone. We got ladder truck in the air, trying to attack it from the air. I know that earlier we did hear on the scanner they were having no effect. Hopefully that has changed over time. Bear with us while we balance our tripod so we get a straighter view here. Hang tight, everybody. Just so everybody knows, we have more fire trucks moving into the scene area, to the scene here. Once again, we're just outside the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport off of Sossman and Elliott. Sossman and Elliott, they do have Sossman in both directions closed down currently. There were quite a number of people pulled over to the side and video and everything. As of right now, we have asked if we're in the way as they set up the fire trucks, and currently we're not. However, if that changes and they ask us to move quickly because the flames have jumped the wall or any kind of emergency situation like that, we'll jump in the vehicle as quickly as possible and move our location. Once again, we are Valley-wide News, breaking news and events. We're live on Citizen. We're trying our connections a little bit unstable. Hang on. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here and across the valley. Live in Mesa, currently at a massive brush fire. We're not sure exactly how it started, but we know all that you're seeing on fire right now in the distance is a massive amount of brush where they dump lawn clippings, people that trim the trees and everything else. And so also, just to give everybody a little perspective, there is a storage unit right here behind us. Bear with us while we pan. This storage facility right here, and we're not sure 100% of the name, but we are seeing quite a number of people coming to get their RV and other vehicles out of the storage unit just in case this storage area gets close to catching on fire. They are trying to maintain the fire. It's obviously not an easy task. We got quite a bit of winds out here right now blowing around, helping to fuel the fire. We're gonna go right here, which it looks like we're getting a massive wall here where the ladder trucks are. We can barely see at this point. The ladder truck is in all that smoke. If you're traveling on the 202 right off of the 202, all the wind has shifted and is blowing in that direction currently of the 202 in both directions. So it is a possibility that they will shut down, if they haven't already, the overpass there on the 202 here in the East Valley. Live breaking news and events across the valley, Valley-wide news. We're at valleywidenews.com, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, as well as when our connection is good, we'll be live on Citizen. Thank you so much for joining us. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it, and we appreciate all our supporters. All right, everybody, once again, bear with us. We're going to attempt to, we have to charge one of our batteries for our live unit. So we're going to continue our live shot here. We're just off of Sauceman and Elliott, live breaking news and events. Massive brush fire going on almost 2 hours at this point. Still quite an active amount of flames, and like we said, this is a lot of brush, and the winds are definitely helping to fuel the fire here. We're going to go ahead and mute ourselves. We'll be right back. Like, share, and subscribe. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We appreciate your support and all your sharing out. We appreciate it. Thank you. All right, everybody, thank you so much. For those of you just joining us, we are Valleywide News, breaking news and events here and across the valley, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, as well as currently we're live while our connection stays good on Citizen. If you're in the area, we just ask that you avoid. The 202 looks like there's a lot of smoke going over the 202 where it goes over the overpass there. We will let you know that they do have Sauceman shut down in both directions. We're right off of Sauceman and Elliott. A lot of fire crews here on the scene. Obviously, you can see this cement business in the direct line. Just over the wall is where the fire is. So obviously, a lot of trucks and vehicles likely loaded with gas and so on right behind that wall that you see the flames are shooting from and the water. They're trying to avoid any kind of fire jumping that wall. Bear with us while we focus. So obviously just the wall is the only thing holding the flames back at this point. A lot of debris, a massive mound of debris is what is on fire currently. And once again, it's at least 50 to 100 yards in length, if not more, and then 8 to 10 feet also, again, if not more, of flames that they are trying to penetrate with the water. We appreciate everybody joining us. Like, share, and subscribe. We're live here on the scene. Valleywide News, live, local, independent media. Support us by sharing on Facebook and YouTube, as well as on Facebook, rather, and as well on Twitter. Retweet this if you can, Valleywide News. We're also on YouTube. If you can subscribe, we appreciate it. We have breaking news and events all across the valley here in Arizona. Currently, right now, just outside the Mesa Gateway Airport and off of Sauceman and Elliott. And Sauceman in both directions is currently closed. We're on the site of a massive debris fire threatening some of these cement business and other businesses in the area. The winds are definitely helping to fuel the fire that you're seeing in the distance. Like, share, and subscribe, just so everybody knows, if at some point they do ask us to move because the wind continuously changing directions, we will jump in our vehicle and try and head in a different direction and stay as close as possible. We'll black out our live shot, we'll keep our audio going and move to another location. They are currently blocking off the road right there in both directions so that nobody comes, and that's why we have a feeling at some point they will push us back. We will break in and let you know if they do make us move at this point. All right, it looks like as we speak, we have units, department units coming in from Gilbert, and Gilbert Fire Rescue is also moving in. More trucks to assist in what has been over 2 hours at this point, with no end in sight, due to the fact that, like we said, over 10 feet high and over 100 yards or so more of debris that is on fire at this current moment. And as you can see, if we pan over to the left and zoom out, the flames are tremendous. This has been going on for a little over 2 hours, like we said, and obviously the danger, almost immediate danger in my opinion, is this cement business here that is literally one wall away from the flames, with a decent amount of their vehicles, trucks and cement trucks likely have, with all the fuel that is on board with them, their gas tanks. So obviously a mad dash to try and get a handle on the outer perimeter just behind the wall there on those flames, so that we don't have any issues where the flames go past that and catch any of the cement trucks or the cement business on fire. Once again, the flames keep shifting. We've said it before, currently they've shifted away from the 202. As you can see, it's pretty clear right now, but we've seen it shift multiple times in an opposite direction, where it's the smoke, massive amounts of heavy smoke over the 202. And it's hard to tell, but it looks like there might not be many vehicles traveling. We're not sure at this point if they've shut down the 202 in both directions. We do know that Sauceman in both directions has been shut down and cleared away. Thankfully, they're allowing us to stay at this moment. We've asked the Mesa Fire Department if we're in the way, and if so, right now we're not. However, if they change their mind and we need to move, we'll do so immediately. We have a storage facility rather, just behind this cement business, and we've seen quite a number of people moving their RVs out, hitching them up and getting out of the storage facility, obviously in fear that that storage facility might catch on fire if it does jump the walls here. Once again, we do see Gilbert Fire Rescue currently moving in, several fire trucks from our Gilbert Fire Department, as well as Mesa, helping out in the fire here. Live breaking news and events, Valleywide News. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and we keep losing our connection, but we're going to try and keep it going on our Citizen app. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody. All right, everybody, the wind has just shifted in our direction. I'm not sure if everybody saw that within a few seconds there. We are literally just got covered in smoke. However, it has shifted once again. So we have a lot of wind shifts going on in this area. We're trying to stay as safe as possible. Obviously, if we see any shift in the winds back in our direction again, we're going to get in our vehicle and try and move. We have more fire departments moving in. We're going to shift our scene. We got more fire departments moving in at this point. Like we said, Gilbert. We have Gilbert Fire Rescue moving in, as well as Mesa is on the scene, and we're sure that other units from other municipalities will be moving in to assist in what has been over 2 hours, a massive fire that in all, from what we're seeing, is barely contained at this point. We have more fire units moving in. We're going to zoom in there. They're headed down this way. Once again, both directions of Sauceman is currently shut down. As you can see here, Mesa Police Department has everything shut down in both directions on Sauceman. We're just off of Sauceman and Elliott, and we're going to go back to our scene here. Once again, Valleywide News, breaking news and events. We have quite a bit of wind helping to fuel the fire here. We can tell you on site at least 15 to 20 mile an hour winds blowing in all kinds of directions, which is definitely making it difficult for the firefighters to get a handle on this. As you can see, we're going to zoom in right here. Once again, for those of you just joining us, we're at live off of Saucepan and Elliott at a massive brush fire threatening the cement business and others in the area. We're zooming in right now. All this debris is approximately the height of that wall just above it, as you can see. So, and it goes at least 50 to 100 yards in length, all the way across here, and even possibly further than that. And all of this is currently on fire. So the depth of the debris is making it extremely difficult for firefighters to get a handle on it. We're not sure if you could hear, even with the wind blowing our microphones. It is pretty windy out here. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody. All right, everybody, once again, just so you could see, the smoke has moved in another direction, once again, over the 202. I know it's hard to see, but there's actually a ladder truck right behind that trailer that is trying to put the flames out and has been up there for quite some time. You can barely see the ladder truck right here. Ladder truck moved in. Bear with us one moment. Our great firefighters. We have firefighters from Mesa and Gilbert out here attempting to fight the flames. A lot of rehab units moving in and out to keep our firefighters well hydrated and some time away from the flames there. Again, the wind direction has moved, and as you can see, that the 202 is literally off in the distance right here with a massive amount of smoke blowing in the direction of the 202 currently. We're right off of Sauceman and Elliott. Sauceman in both directions is closed. This fire has been going for well over 2 hours, likely to be a lot more due to the fact that it's a massive mound of tree and lawn debris that is fueling it. The cement business is literally a wall away from all the flames, with all their trucks and vehicles kind of in the line of fire, if you will, at this point. Valley-wide news, breaking news, and events across the valley. Do us a favor, like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. We tried several times to go live on our Citizen. However, the connection is pretty loose at pretty bad at certain points, so we apologize. Once again, we're live here in Mesa, Arizona. Live breaking news and events. Valley-wide news. Let me straighten things out here. Bear with me a second. We are here at a massive debris fire. Once again, just outside of the Mesa Gateway Airport. This cement business, obviously, a concerning issue. And just beyond that wall is where the flames are shooting pretty high and pretty active, like I said, for over 2.5 hours, going on closer to 3 hours at this point. I'm going to pan back over to where the ladder truck is still trying to get a handle on it. When we pulled up on the scene quite some time ago, a little over an hour ago, they still hadn't gotten a handle on the fire, and that being the ladder truck. Obviously, they're dousing it like crazy with water. We have other trucks from Gilbert area have moved in to try and assist with the battling of this fire. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And when we can, and our signal is strong enough, we're also going live on Citizen. All right, everybody, just for those that are just joining us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we are live here in Mesa, Arizona, just outside the Mesa Gateway Airport, off of Sossman and Elliott. Sossman in both directions currently closed down. We have a massive debris fire that they've been battling for well over 2 hours at this point. We're not sure on the exact time, but it has been going on for 2 to 2.5 hours at this point. A storage unit facility with a lot of RVs and other vehicles and obviously people's belongings just behind this cement business, which in my thoughts is just a wall away from where the flames are currently. A lot of people we've seen pulling their RVs out to get their RV out of the area just in case it got any closer to the storage facility. As you can see, I'm going to pan. If you can see right now, that is the 202 overpass, which the wind continues to blow right now in that direction over the 202. So if you're in the area and going through smoke, that is exactly what's going on. We have at least a 12 to 15 foot high debris of lawn clippings, trees, trimmed trees, and everything, which is what's fueling the fire currently. It's about 50 to 100 yards, if not more, in length. So that is what has been fueling this fire for the better half of 2.5 hours, as well as the at least 20 mile an hour, if not more, winds blowing in multiple directions at times, also fueling the fire. We have Gilbert and Mesa fighters here on scene battling this massive blaze. If you know anybody in the area, like, share, and subscribe. We're Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here across the valley, Mesa, Gilbert, and all of the valley. We're on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook currently. Please share this out. We appreciate every bit of support. Once again, we're going to zoom over to the 202, which is currently covered in smoke. Anybody going in both directions, be careful if the roads are open. We're not sure at this point if they are. We can tell you we did see some other media with their helicopters earlier in the air, and we're showing a picture, and this fire is massive as far as the debris goes. It is massive. It's bigger than what we thought earlier. Like I say, the mound is pretty high, 8 to 10 feet, if not more, of debris that is all on fire, and the winds are definitely not helping out. So if you know anybody in the area, ask to avoid the area here. The 202 has a lot of smoke over it. The Sauceman and Elliott is where we're at. Sauceman in both directions, right by Elliott, is closed currently in both directions. Thankfully, they've allowed us to stay exactly where we are. Obviously, if things change and wind changes and we're in any danger, we'll immediately pack our stuff up, stay live, and move to another location that's safer. Valleywide News, breaking news and events. Please share this out, like, share, and subscribe. We're on YouTube. We'd love some more people to subscribe on YouTube. Valleywide News on YouTube, Twitter, and on Facebook. Right now, if you want to join us, not only on Citizen, but we're live on Facebook, and Twitter. Those of you who have those platforms, we're live on Facebook, and Twitter. Valleywide News, search it, and we're live on Much More Stable Connection. Just so everybody knows, we're also live on Citizen. Please like, share, and subscribe. Valleywide News, breaking news and events across the valley. We have a massive brush fire. We did see earlier another Arizona Family News. They had a live shot going from their helicopter, and I can tell you that the area of debris that is on fire is quite massive, a lot bigger than we thought. A lot bigger than we thought. Behind that wall where you're seeing the cement trucks, is all that's separating the fire from all these cement trucks in the cement business, as well as a storage facility that's right behind it. And once again, we've seen a lot of people moving their RVs and vehicles out of the storage facility. Massive brush fire, and the winds at least 20 miles an hour where we're standing at certain times, 15 miles an hour, 15 to 20 that is, helping to fuel all the flames. We have Gilbert and Mesa firefighters on scene, ladder trucks attempting to put the flames out. So once again, we are live on Citizen. However, if we lose connection there, please join us live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Search Valleywide News. We're breaking news and events here across the valley. We appreciate you joining us. Stay tuned, everyone. Once again, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We are Valley-wide News, breaking news and events across the valley. We're here just outside the Mesa Gateway Airport, just off of Sossman and Elliott. Sossman in both directions currently closed with a massive brush fire. Massive brush fire. Obviously, you could see our... We're trying to listen in on the scanners as well. They're saying there's quite a number of fuel tanks that they're trying to secure. And so we are obviously monitoring that as closely as possible due to the fact that if there is anything that is in danger of explosion, we want to get out of the way. We are directly outside of a cement business. Just on the other side of the wall is where the fire has been blazing for at least over 2.5 hours, closer to 3 hours. All these cement trucks obviously just a wall away from where all the fire is. So we'll keep you updated. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you're joining us live on Citizen, do us a favor. If we lose connection there, please join us on either Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Search Valley-wide News. We're live there right now. And much better, we have several modems using for that location and that video. Like, share, and subscribe. We are Valley-wide News, breaking news and events on a breaking news a day here with a massive fire. The wind definitely not helping the firefighters at this point put this fire out. A large debris fire. We saw an overhead shot from AZ's family, a helicopter shot earlier, and it's a lot larger than we thought. The entire field just off the 202. If people live out here, it used to be a cow dairy farm that used to be out in this area, just off in that distance. That is all the area that appears to be just west of that is all on fire at this point. A lot of debris. Please like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, we just want to make a correction. It sounds like, and again, everything is pretty fluid here, that the fuel they were talking about is fuel units that are refueling the fire trucks on scene here. So, but again, obviously the cement trucks that are off in the distance are just one wall away from where all the massive flames are. So the goal obviously of the fire department is to saturate that perimeter around the entire area to avoid any of this cement business of catching fire. Once again, storage unit directly behind it, a lot of RVs parked in the storage unit. We've seen quite a number of people coming on scene and pulling out their RVs in fear that the fire might progress in that way. At this point, we're well over 3 hours, and to be honest, it doesn't look like a good handle is being made on this. However, like we said, we saw an aerial shot earlier, and the area of fire is quite extensive. So they have a lot of area to cover. So once again, we have fire units from Mesa, Gilbert, and I'm sure at some point might be other locations, and maybe on the north or south end there could be other fire departments on scene to assist. Like, share, and subscribe. We're on Valleywide News, breaking news and events across the valley here in Arizona. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And it looks like we still have a stable connection live on our Citizen. However, if that goes down, please join us on Facebook or YouTube and Twitter. We appreciate it. All right, everybody, bear with us just a moment. We are going to have to move our equipment, our tripod and everything from the fire truck. Right here is a lot of water coming off, so we are going to try and move to a drier area. Bear with us just a moment. The tripod's starting to sink in the ground. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Those of you just joining us, we are live breaking news and events across the valley, Valley-wide news. We're here at a massive debris fire right off Sossman and Elliott. It's a lot of mulch. We just spoke to some of the firefighters on scene. It's a massive mulch yard, and the winds have definitely been hindering the firefight here. Where Sossman, north and southbound, is both closed. We have a storage facility with a lot of RVs. Some of them I've seen pulling out, quite a number of them trying to get their RVs and other things stored here out as soon as they could. Obviously in danger, possibly. The cement company is right beyond that wall, right before this wall here. On the other side of the wall is where all the debris is, and it's quite extensive of an area covered in mulch that has been ablaze for quite some time today. We're well over 3 hours at this point. Once again, we are live on the scene. We appreciate you joining us. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Currently, we have a stable stream on our Citizen account as well. So if we do lose you on Citizen, please join us. Like, share, and subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Any of those, we appreciate your support. We are independent media, live and local here in Arizona, so any help is definitely appreciated. We're out here for our fourth time with our brand new Valley-wide news truck. It's a retired police vehicle from New Mexico, so just got it wrapped. We appreciate everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, bear with us once again. We are going to move across the street only because we have a fire unit that's feeding. As we understand it, it looks like they're not doing much, but they are actually feeding through the pump, through the fire hydrant to other fire trucks that are connected to the fire hydrant. So they're pumping water from one hydrant to the other to keep the pressure up for the fire units that are closer inward. As the fire department said, there's not many fire hydrants in the area, so this fire department is actually pushing water to the other fire hydrants in the area to push and keep water pressure. So basically the ground is getting extremely soft with all the water on the ground at this point. So we're going to move across the street just once again because of all the water that is saturating the ground. So bear with us just a moment. Yeah, it's just getting really soft. Can you just bring the tripod across? I know, it's just getting worse wet-wise. I want to go across the street. All right, everybody. So we are getting informed from people that we know that we had a hot mic when I said I wanted to move across the street. That's live video for you. So just so everybody sees why we moved across the street, it was getting the water and the ground in this area is because of the truck pumping all the water. It's getting extremely saturated and the ground was getting soft. And so just in case there was any kind of little soft sinkholes, even a small one, our camera equipment and us, that was the last thing we would want, and that's why we wanted to move across the street out of the way. We'll pan over here to show you that once again Sauceman coming north and south is currently closed down. Before they shut it down, there were a number of people in where we're standing right now with videoing and watching and everything. Once again, they've cleared out the area. We're able to stay exactly where we are. You can see both directions closed down. We're going to pan slowly if we could. This is the storage unit we were speaking about. Let me see if I can get an idea of what the name of the storage unit is. Those people, Happy Wife Storage. So this is the name of it. If anybody has stuff in the Happy Wife Storage facility, like we said, a lot of RVs are in this location. The fire is nowhere at this point near the facility. It is just the other side of the cement business. And once again, that is where the focus of the fire department is all around the perimeter of this entire area to keep the flames from jumping the wall. Once again, the winds have been incredible in this area. Most likely also because of the fact that there's a lot of construction going across the street here. So at least 15 to 20 mile an hour winds. I'll show you exactly what we're talking about with the debris. Firefighter on scene said that the fire will likely be smoldering for days. As you can see, that's all debris, grass, trees, and other debris helping to fuel the flames. And it's quite an extensive area. So those of you watching, once again, we have to switch our video camera battery in just a moment. We have a spare one. So if the screen goes black in about a few minutes, that is the reason. And we got to switch it quick, otherwise it'll drop our live feed. All right, so once again, those of you just joining us, we're live here on the scene in Mesa, right off of Sossman and Elliott. Sossman in both directions closed currently. Happy Wife Storage and a cement business that they are working to put the flames out as much as possible around the perimeter. The fire truck you see off to the right here is actually pumping water from this fire hydrant to fire hydrants closer to the scene, where firefighters have been working a better part of almost 3 hours and above. As you can see, the massive winds blowing and fueling and fanning the fire. You can see the debris in the air. We're having quite a bit of wind right now. Earlier we did see our normal dust devils. However, at this point they were spinning with all the fire and smoke in a dust devil-like formation. Hang on one second, everyone. Got a lot of dust blowing in our eyes. So once again, a lot of direction changes happening with the wind at times blowing. Right now, you can't even see the 202 overpass off in the distance, right beyond those trees. That is the 202. So the smoke, once again, has blown in the direction of the 202. If you're traveling, we're not sure honestly if at this point they've closed the highway in both directions, but it keeps changing direction, and there you can finally see the 202. If you're traveling in the area, you might want to try and avoid that 202 area, as it's going to be very difficult to see while you're driving. Especially at this moment, the winds are blowing pretty hard. We've been here better part of almost like 2 hours at this point, possibly more. We're losing track of time. We have Valley-wide news, breaking news and events across the valley. Here in Arizona, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Currently, we've been pretty stable on Citizen as well, so if we lose connection on Citizen, we ask that you join us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Search Valley-wide news. So that's where we're at. Look. We're here.
There he is.
All right, I'll talk to you after. All right, everybody. A lot of wind out here, and we're getting blown around, a lot of dust in the air, obviously making the firefight extremely difficult. You can see the flag here at Happy Wife Storage off in the distance, and the amount of wind that's blowing. A lot of people have been here pulling out some of their RVs. Right now, it doesn't appear that any of this business or the cement truck business is closer than I would like if I was the owner of this business. As you can see, directly behind the cement trucks, all in one area, is a wall, and then right beyond that wall is where all the debris is on fire. Once again, we're here off of Sauceman and Elliott. Sauceman in both directions is currently closed. We've been live on the scene for approximately 2 hours. Let me see if I can focus in on this guy's little parachute, and you can see the amount of wind blowing around. You can see how windy it is out here. Currently blowing in the direction of the 202 in the distance of that little, the trees there, barely recognizable. So if you're traveling on the 202, if they haven't closed it down already, be careful. A lot of smoke blowing in that direction. Our equipment is getting covered in dust, so we're trying to keep it clean as possible. We're Valley-wide news, breaking news and events here and across the valley. We're live currently, and the wind just changed directions in our direction. Excuse me. Bear with us just a moment here. A massive debris fire going on better of 3 hours currently and beyond. We've been here live on the scene for approximately 2 hours. We have some battery changes that need to take place here in a few minutes, but we appreciate you joining us. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We were live on Citizen. However, this connection is a little unstable. So if you know anybody in this area, please share this out. We're live on Facebook. Like, share, and subscribe, as well as YouTube. If you can subscribe on YouTube, we truly appreciate it. We're live, independent, local media here in Arizona. Tell it like it is, and that's the way we work. So do us a favor and like, share, and subscribe. We're also on Twitter. Search Valley-wide News. We'd appreciate you joining us. All right, we can let everybody know it. Right now, it seems like the winds have picked up quite a bit since we're standing here. We moved in behind our vehicle to try and dodge some of the wind, but the wind is definitely picking up and moving in the direction of the more easterly direction currently right now. We can zoom out and show you the flag at Happy Wife Storage, which is currently blowing in that direction quite a bit. 20 to 30 mile an hour winds at least, blowing in our direction at some points. You can see this is pointed away from the fire towards the mountain, and as you can see, all the smoke and dust blowing in that direction currently. Once again, we're at a massive debris fire, likely to be burning, according to fire crews here on scene, for days, smoldering. They are working the perimeter to avoid any contact with the business here, the cement concrete business, and any other. There is apparently on the opposite side a lot of trailer park area that they were concerned about earlier if the wind and fire blew in that direction. So thankfully that hasn't happened. Obviously anything can change. It's extremely fluid conditions out here, and the wind blowing quite a bit right now. So like, share, and subscribe. Valley-wide news, breaking news and events all across the valley. A lot of wind blowing right now, so if it's hard to hear us, that is the reason. Like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. All right, everybody, we did go black there for a second. We had to change batteries on our video camera, so we are back. We appreciate everybody joining us. We're going to go ahead and mute ourselves. We're live on the scene here. Sossman and Elliott, massive debris fire, Mulch We're not sure if it's a mulch business or if it's where we think where they dispose of. All right, everybody, we did go black there for a second. Yard debris and everything like that. We have a cement business right here. Happy Wife storage off in the distance. Firefighters have been here better part of over 3 hours working this fire. We have units from Gilbert as well assisting and Mesa fire departments. If you know anybody in this area, please like, share, and subscribe. We're Valley-wide news, breaking news and events all across the valley, here in Arizona, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And while we can, and we have a good, stable connection, we are also on Citizen. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How much boy needle too?
You want a water tie?
Yeah, I would take it. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you. Very nice. Yeah, that's one thing we didn't pack that we were gonna. I'm gonna do in the future. A little case of water. Little cooler. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have a good day, man. Good luck.
Too. Thank you. Yeah, that's the next thing I gotta bring. Just take a picture of this password. Can you send me that picture of that? I have the in car. All right, we definitely want to say thank you and a shout out to the Mesa Fire Department team, Fire Medical. They offered us some water. That was one thing in our rush to get out here on the scene. We forgot to bring a cooler that we could have packed with a bunch of water. Is obviously in need today with as hot as it is. So we appreciate the Mesa Fire Department offering us water that we happily took. We are live once again here at a massive brush fire. Mulch, to be specific, been going on almost 4 hours at this point. The winds are not helping with the fight for the fire. We're just off of Sossman and Elliott. Sossman in both directions is currently closed. If you know anybody in the area, you're asked to tell them to avoid the area. It's been blowing in the direction of the 202 overpass just east of us. So obviously a problem with the winds today helping to propel the fires. We are Valleywide News, breaking news and events here across the valley, live right now for the better part of 2 hours. We appreciate you joining us. Like, share, and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And when we can and we have a stable enough connection, we're also on Citizen. We appreciate you joining us. Are you able to send me that password? Okay. I see it. Yeah, you know what? There's a massive fire also out in Phoenix, brush fire.
Wow. Fires everywhere. Which water is yours? Oh, okay. How am I doing on gas in the truck?